Yo, yo, what it do? Yeah, I posted it, I posted it on my story. Should still be there. The execution and the P&L.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's still there. Should I keep trading live or trade the daily? Like you're trading personal capital, is that what you mean? Bri? I wouldn't be trading personal capital. I'd be milking prop firms, man. You do what you want, though. I mean, it's so easy to milk the prop firms that, I mean, not so easy, but I just think that's the way to go. There's just so much, so much money to be made off of prop firms that I wouldn't risk personal capital. What's up, Leah? Can you walk us through the trade you took yesterday? It's kind of hard to do, to be honest, because of the book map. If I could show you the book map that I was looking at, but basically what I'll tell you, especially for that second trade, man, that was providential in my opinion, because I got home from class, I walk in and I had left my book map and my whole setup was still open from when I had been on here earlier. And book map was completely blank to the upside, and it was literally bright red for like 30 points to the downside. That was all that was on the chart. And I just immediately saw that. I kind of did something that I don't recommend doing, but man, it was clear as day. So I literally just ran over here and opened up 2 minis on a short, and it just immediately just plummeted. It was wild. I was like, dude, what in the world? How's everybody doing? Good morning, good morning. What's your bias today, bro? Looking good. You might have to hold it, talk. You might have to click and hold it. What's up, David? How's it going? Got another fake Christian trade account. Try to follow me. Yeah, I can't do anything about that, Reaper. I forgot to set that story to private, so that these guys are so annoying with that stuff, man. Yeah, I can't get TikTok to do anything about that. What's my bias for today? I don't know, man. We've been dumping. I think the market's on the edge of really taking off to the downside. We got a lot of liquidity to the downside here. Not a whole lot of liquidity above us. We do have some unmitigated gaps, but I wouldn't be surprised if we just tank. I also wouldn't be surprised if we go and make up the move that we made yesterday. Kind of balance this back out. We'll see though. Like I do every day, just gonna wait for market open and go with the flow. Just got home from work. There you go, Robbie. Morning. What's the bias looking like? Jack, I'm thinking lower, man, but again, like I was just saying, we could just be rebalancing this area here. Who really knows, man? Who really knows? Yeah, Robbie, I caught that short. I caught the first one, and then there was a clear move down. So I took 2 trades. Can you read Jeremiah 29:11? I think I know that by heart, to be honest, but just to make sure. Yeah, we look. You saw your text, Karen. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Amen. I missed your first message there, Talk. You said it's really helped me trade. Made it to 7 months. Sweep of London low, fill all the gaps, and then go lower. Yeah. Why sell? Because the price went towards the orders since there's no orders to the upside. You're talking about from yesterday, literally me? Yeah, price is attracted to liquidity. So if there was no liquidity from, or if you're talking about the trade, the second trade I took yesterday, according to the book map, there was nothing above us. Where was this? It's on the 15. It was right here. No, that's not it. It was right here, 145. So like price had come up, 145, yeah. So price had come up and was kind of clearly rejecting off of this level. And then I looked at the book map. I'm talking it was like a bang, bang. I walked in, saw that book map was completely red to the downside. I hadn't seen it like that before, as clear as that. And so I opened a short like right here. And then at the bottom of this wick, I got out of it. Could have held longer. I mean, it kept going. I would have made a hell of a lot more money, but there was a clear level on the book map where I'd set my take profit and it went right to it. Got in, got out, moved on with my day. I'm bullish on ES, bro. What do you think? We could be. I mean, I'm not. Instinctually, I'm not. I think that we are going to push lower, but we could make up some of this move down from yesterday. I doubt it. What I'm looking at is potentially to sweep this London high and then come lower. But I mean, I said something similar to that yesterday, and we got the opposite. So we could get the opposite of that today. Who knows? But I don't. Again, I'm not really in the business of trying to sit here and predict exactly what it's going to do. All I need to do is just react once it tells me what it wants to do. Your morning got better now. I'm glad I could help you out, Nora. Glad to have you here. How's book map looking today, bro? It's a little thin, but I mean, it's, pre-market right now. Downside looks better than the upside, to be honest, but it is still thin. Looks like we have some orders up to 66.90, and then it kind of dies off. So we could go up there, sweep that, and then come back down, but we'll see. That would be in line with my thinking of sweeping London and dumping. Tonight's vest looks warm. It is. A little Patagonia action, Did 2K yesterday, have to get 4K to pass 100K eval, so hopefully this next few days. There you go. No rush. Slow and steady there, Robbie. What's up, Ryan? How's it going, man? P-Dot, I'm typically, most of the time, the setups that I look for, we sweep a high, and then I'm looking for a clear reversal in the other direction. That's just what I like to trade. I like to trade reversals. Or what I've been really seeing recently is just, I've been honestly trading a lot of order flow momentum with the book map, man. I'll see clear indications that we're headed in a certain direction and to a certain level. And sometimes it's not even like structural based on the chart. Like it's not like we're sweeping a certain level like yesterday. So I'll get into a trade if I see that, if I see clear indications. We were delivering out of a couple of gaps yesterday. We did have some resistance levels to the upside, so I felt more comfortable taking those shorts. But is your Forex factory working? I heard there's a was it CrowdStrike that's down right now? There's a major server company that's down right now. So no, Forex factory is not working. They're sounds like they're a part of that. Cloudflare. That's not CrowdStrike. Cloudflare is down. Yeah. I feel like I'm watching the news channel. I give you more honesty than the news channel. And there's no never mind. There's nobody secretly in charge of what I have to say. You get my drift. You get it, Nora. You get it. Am I being blind? What'd you say? Where's the 4 hour? This is ES. So if you're on ES, the 4 hour is right here. These are 2 hours that I have marked out here. The 4 hours, oh, you're talking about the bottom one? The 4 hours underneath, right here. From Friday, last Friday. Yeah, exactly. GT trades, you get it. Did you trade yesterday? Yes, I did. You'll see my executions and my P&L on my story. My brother Christian, hope you're doing well, brother. Congrats on those payouts. Hey, man, appreciate that. Yeah. I hope that didn't come across as bragging because I wasn't trying to do that. It was just, I don't know. I think I was just sleep deprived last night. I was feeling extra emotional and thankful. I think that's really what it was. I was thankful when I made that. Thankful for the journey and thankful for how far things have come. Do you have IG? Yeah, I do. Should be in the bio. Christian Trades Live, I think, is the IG. Hot cocoa? No, this is espresso. It's espresso, but I did a little something different today. Was feeling a little adventurous, you know. Mixed a little bit of that Fairlife chocolate milk in with my Fairlife milk when I did the frother, you know. Had to get a little bit adventurous, just get a little crazy, you know. Appreciate that, Nora. Have a good day. Don't work too hard. Love the streams. Hey, man, appreciate you being here. Could you adjust your YouTube audio a little bit? It's a little quiet. I don't know how to turn it up more, to be honest. I have it all the way up on my OBS. Let's see here. Advanced audio properties. Maybe that's it. Audio output, volume. I can turn that up. Here we go. Is that better? Mic check. Mic check. Oh, no, that's not it. Hang on. We'll do 150 on that. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. There you go. See if that helps. He was talking about the YouTube. I'm using two different softwares, so it might be different for the YouTube audio. Might be slightly different than the TikTok audio. Yeah, man. Thanks for letting me know. Zach, I saw your message, man. You know the deal. It sounds like you've identified exactly the issue. So you just gotta stay patient, man. Gotta stay patient. You got this. Think about, you know, you were right there. Just slow and steady. I have faith in you, man. What's your bias? I think we don't, but we'll see. GT Trades, just all one word, Christian Trades Live. What's up, Dre? How's it going, man? What's your question, Reaper? I might have an answer. Yeah, you'll get there, Zach. You'll bounce back. Also, just to let you guys know, Apex started a new sale last night, 80% off plus $40 activation fee. Normally $140, it's only $40. So you get 80% off plus only $40 for the activation fee. The 50K accounts right now with that 80% off will be about $39, and then you got the $40 activation fee. So you're talking $80 all in for a 50K. Not a bad deal right now. Not a bad deal. if you're looking to scale up to 20 funded accounts at a time, I seriously recommend Apex. Code CWT to get you that 80% off plus the $40 activation fee. I have no clue. I've heard a rumor about that Talk God. I don't know if they are or not. What stock is this? This is futures. So this is NASDAQ and S&P futures. Currently, we're looking at S&P futures. Low-key loving top step. Yo, what up, Matt? How's it going, man? Could you explain Bookmap, how it works? Yeah, I'll pop it on the screen real quick. Do a quick little explanation. We got 12 minutes here till the open, so I'll make it quick. But basically, what you see here is these are the different levels. So the areas that are lit up brighter red are where there's more liquidity built up. You can see you got 116 orders over here. It looks like you got, what is this, 92 or 82 orders right here. And you can see on the right side of the chart tells you whether they're buy or sell orders. So you get an idea. And these bubbles that come in, you can, I'll make these a little bigger for a second. You can see these bubbles. These volume bubbles show you whether they're more buy or sell orders. So these are the bigger the bubble, the more volume, and the more green or the more red tells you whether there's more buy or more sell orders. So and connection lost. This I wonder if Bookmap's connected to Cloudflare. I doubt it though, right? It'd be strange if they were. They better not. Better not be. There's lost connection right there for a second. But yeah, this is what I use, and you can see how prices go into this higher concentration of orders down here right now. It seems to be headed in that direction. It is headed in that direction. We'll watch it for a second. Just pay attention to how price kind of moves in the direction of, you'll see orders flashing on the screen, and that's, it'll kind of like, it's almost like jigging a fish hook. You see the fish kind of going after it. So these are resting orders, and then the flashing orders are market orders that are coming in. So these are limit orders, and then the market orders are what's flashing. You see 17, 5, 11, 13. Well, it's pre-market. So give it another 9 minutes here, and it'll pick up. I don't think Apex is connected to Cloudflare. I'm not. I haven't had any issues. Let me see. I'll click there. They might be though. Yeah, I just clicked their link and it's not going. So that you might have an issue. Yeah, it's not loading. Apex and TPT both are down. Yeah, that sucks. What this tell you? Don't you read a chart? Yeah, we do both. Yeah, this is called Bookmap. It's a tool. It's a tool we use to read order flow. It's level 2 data. So it kind of gives it's added confluence to support or negate a trade idea that you might have. How much would I need to get started? Been trying to get on. Get started with what, Jay? Just trading in general? Is this level 2 Bookmap access to all? Yeah, it is. Go to bookmap.com. By the way, Cameron, if you're watching this, send me that video. Remember I texted you about a video yesterday? I got to send that off so that they can try to fix what's going on. But yeah, it is. Bookmap.com, and you download the software. You need to have a decent computer to run it while you're also trading, and a decent internet connection. Yeah, it definitely is. Can I explain colors on the Bookmap? Sure. also, if you want to look at the top of if you're on Bookmap right now, here, I'll pull it up real quick again. Sorry for anybody trying to watch price. See the top of the Bookmap here? I don't know if it's cut off on TikTok, but you can see at the very top where my mouse is. This like bar that goes from basically black all the way up to red. So the darker the color over here, the less orders there are. The brighter, as you move to the right in this color scale, all the way up to red, the volume is increasing. So you can see here, look at 66.55. Boom, price is about to go down there and take that order right there. Watch this happen. We'll watch this for a second. Theoretically, price should dump right here down to this level at least. It might go up and touch this higher level first. It might go up and touch this higher level first, but theoretically, it's going to take these orders right here. So let's watch, see how this works. So you see that bubble, there's a lot of buy orders in those bubbles right there. Big buy order right there. Sell order right there. Might take this white is also a pretty decent size order right here. So it might take that white and then come down. See, it just took that white. Now let's see, will that create momentum and go higher, or is that going to dump and go to this level? You would expect it to go down to this level right here. And it just took those orders. See that? That's how Bookmap works. And see how it drove through that level and created a little bit of momentum. Now it's retesting a little bit, or retracing a little bit, and then you would expect it to potentially continue to go even lower now. How would you use it to enter? Well, if you had a lot more liquidity built up right here, this retest where it just went up and there's really nothing above it, that would have been my entry for a short, for a scalp potentially. So see how it went up and now it's coming back down, and you got some orders flashing here above it. They're doing the same thing I'm talking about. So you're going to get some orders get picked up right here at the 66.56 level, boom, right there. And now it's going to come back down potentially to you would expect it to come down to around the 66.50 level. Liquidity. The colors are showing liquidity levels, different liquidity. So from dark, if it's super dark, there's hardly any liquidity. If it's all the way up, you look at the grading scale at the top of the chart. You see the super dark level to all the way to the left is basically no liquidity, all the way up to really bright red. Those are higher levels of liquidity in every range in between there. So the brighter the red or the lighter the color, the more liquidity. No, I'm not getting into a trade. This is just how you read the chart. I'm just showing how you read the chart here. I'm not getting into this. We got 3 minutes until the market opens. I'm not interested in getting in. I like the market to show me exactly the bias of its direction, and then I'll use this as an added confluence in when I do open a trade. So like if you have a perfect long setup and then all of a sudden you see all this liquidity down below where your stop would be, you would be less likely to take the trade because price hasn't finished dropping to sweep up that liquidity yet. So that's how I use it kind of to protect my trades too. What am I genuinely looking at right now? It's called level 2 data. It's where market orders and limit orders are all stacked up and being placed. You have a pretty good win rate, but a low RR. Would this allow me to get better entry? Yeah, it potentially could. Better RR could be, your poor RR could be due to a lot of different reasons. It could be you're cutting trades short. Could be that you're sizing bigger on your, certain trades that you're losing versus the ones that are winning. I mean, it could be due to all kinds of different things, man. What's your bias? I would think lower, but we could kind of try to rebalance this move that we made yesterday. We'll see, though. Just have to wait for the market to open. We got 1 minute till market open. You hoping to target this gap? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. It's a level of support, though, that you would expect to be a level of support. If we break that, then it could be free and clear to the downside. That's kind of why I wanted it marked out. Yeah, 9:30. 30 seconds. There you go, Zach. Appreciate you, man. You're looking for longs? You could get a bounce out of this 4 hour and potentially go to the high here. I don't really know. I don't really know what to expect off this open. That's why we're just waiting. Here we go. I'm getting a latency detected. And oh, that's the rhythmic chart. I'm closing that then. I think rhythmic might be. What are you trading? This is S&P futures currently. Trading words are so confusing. Is that you, Dean? You keep changing your name. Dude has us all here watching him trade. It's a community, man. I think a lot of people don't necessarily come here to like watch me trade, but it's just so they're not trading by themselves because it can get kind of lonely, and I get that. Also helps with discipline and confirmation to see if other people are seeing what you see. You think you're the only one that tells me? No, I get more people that do. They're usually either in the DMs or a way like that. I appreciate, I like your updates though, Remy or Dean. Ali asked, is there any advice for beginner traders? Yeah, I would say spend a lot of time on the education, the free stuff, like on YouTube, and spend a lot of time watching price, learning how price moves, why it moves. Also spend a lot of time paper trading, so you don't waste money blowing evals or any of that. Once you paper trade for a while and you are taking wins on a pretty consistent basis, after I'd say like a month or so, maybe 2, switch over to find a very cheap eval, find a good firm that has cheap evals, and start going for that. There you go. You're doing exactly what you should be doing then, Ali. 1 month in, just learning and paper trading. There you go. So it looks like we got a little manipulation leg down, and now we're getting a massive spike higher. So we had the accumulation. Maybe this was the manipulation, and this is the distribution to the upside. Yeah, this is ES. Yeah, double click on your candle on TradingView, and you can change those. Headed to London right now on ES and NQ, pretty much in lockstep with each other. Which stream audio, no delay? I think they're pretty close right now because I might not have done the low latency. I might have forgotten to put low latency on today, and if I did, that's my fault. But I think they're pretty close. But if I didn't put the low latency on, Brandel, then definitely TikTok. So where does the money come from to pay day traders? The prop firms pay you out if you're trading with a prop firm, and they get their money from people blowing evals, from buying evals and blowing them. And part of it comes from, they do have traders, they move to live accounts that are trading with real money, and there's a lot of firms will do a 90-10 split, so they're keeping 10% of whatever the trader makes. But for the most part, they come from people blowing evals. I mean, what were the top step statistics? Out of 100,000 people, only, what was it, 10, not even 10% had passed an eval, and of that, only 3% had ever taken a payout. So, yeah, like of the 100,000, 10% had passed. So what is that, 10,000 or whatever? And then you do 3% of that had ever even taken an eval. So yeah, something like 0.3% had ever taken 3%. Okay, 3% pass an eval, 0.3% have taken a payout. Yeah, so that's where their money comes from. Moral of the story: most people don't pass, and of those that pass, most don't ever get to a payout. You do trade multiple accounts, yes. Yeah, I currently have 10 funded Apex accounts and 5 funded TPT accounts. I also just scooped up 10 more Apex evals. You can, on Apex, you can have a maximum of 20 accounts. I had been waiting for this sale to come back, so. I think it was, Randall, I think it was only, 3% pass. So of 100,000, 3% pass. And then of that, I forgot how many get a payout, but it basically works out to only 0.2 or 0.3% of people that set out to trade take a payout. Pretty wild. How long is an eval? It depends on the firm, but an eval, so the way an eval works is they have certain rules and certain profit targets depending on the account that you get. For instance, an Apex 50K account, you start with a balance of $50,000 and you have to make $3,000 while still obeying the rules that they set. Certain rules, like you can only trade a certain number of contracts. You have a trailing drawdown, meaning that, like, let's say you make $1,000 in a trade and you don't close the trade stays open and comes back like 500. It goes against your drawdown. You have a maximum of 2,500 that you can lose. So if you hit that number, you blow the account and have to start over. So certain rules like that. And with Apex, there's no consistency. I could take those 10 accounts that I just bought, open a trade right now, and if I make $3,000 right now, then I pass those accounts. Other firms, they require you to trade for like 5 days before you can pass, or they'll have consistency rules where you can't make more than 50% of the profit target in a day. So it just depends on the firm. What's up, bro? What's the daily bias? I thought we were going to dump, to be honest with you. Do those account link to TradingView? Yes, they do. Yeah, they do. You can link your specific firm to TradingView. So the way it works is you have a login, and you use that login to sign into the Tradevate. It's a little convoluted, but yeah, the short answer is yes. TPT does not have an activation fee right now, but it's on only $40 off. So I think all in for a 50K, you're looking at just over $100. But with Apex, they released a sale last night. They started a sale last night, 80% off of all accounts, and only a $40 activation fee. So with the 80% off, it makes it about $39 for a 50K, and then 40 on top of that. So you're looking at $80 all in for a 50K. So it's about 20 or $30 cheaper than TPT right now. What IFVG indicators that? It's called FVG/IFVG Nephew Sam. What strategy do you trade? So I trade a combination of a little bit of ICT, or a lot of bit of ICT in terms of reading market structure, but I heavily rely on the order flow of Bookmap, the order flow and the momentum I see on Bookmap. A lot of people talk crap, Honey Badger, about Apex. I love them. I have never had an issue. If you trade in a consistent manner and you don't break their rules, they're great. But for a beginner, it's probably not the greatest firm, other than the fact that it's one of the cheaper ones. I would say Top Step, TPT, My Funded Futures. Those are probably some better firms to go with if you're just starting, because they have fewer rules, fewer hoops to jump through. Yeah, Top Step's not bad. I think they're changing up some of their stuff, so it's, it could be up in the air right now with what's going on there. They've kind of been falling off a little bit, but overall, they've been they're one of the oldest firms in the space, so hard to beat that, Price is looking heavy. We do have some decent orders stacked to the upside here. I see you, Randall. There's some good YouTube videos out there to help you learn order flow, momentum, but really what it comes down to is just watching the charts and watching Bookmap. You can watch all the YouTube and people explaining it to you, but it's one of those things you got to get in there yourself and really learn it. How would you gauge your entries based on Bookmap? Depending on how things look, that's why I go off of market structure in terms of my analysis. But if I see, like, for instance, if we dumped right now to the 4-hour gap right here, and on the Bookmap, I see nothing underneath it, and I see a bunch of orders stacking to the upside here, I would be really inclined to open a long. Yeah, I have seen the BO7 campaign, dude. I hope that whole franchise goes under for what they've done. They deserve it. They deserve to be done with. They have ruined that franchise, man. It's so disappointing to see. And it's a very clear reason why. And anyone that argues they're just living in denial. They went woke. They hired a bunch of incompetent people for reasons that didn't have anything to do with being good at making video games. And they what my dad would say is they majored on the minor, meaning they did not focus on what really mattered, which was making a quality product and listening to their community. And this is the result of that. They focused on immutable characteristics that people had, and they viewed those as more important than their actual merit of being able to make a solid video game. A lot of orders stacking up to the downside here, or a lot more than there were. What pairs this? This is not Forex, Trent. This is ES, so this is S&P futures. Appreciate that, Randall. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a clear indication of what price wants to do. Really, easy way to state it, I'd be interested if we get out of this range here. I'm not interested in anything inside of this range. I want to see us break out one way or the other. Just grab 1K off a short. There you go, Zach. Smart, one and done, in and out. Gym time. Yeah, I do. I trade on YouTube as well. ChristianTrades Live, all one word. Santi, you're wild. Yeah, Dre, I did. I posted the P&L and the executions on my story on TikTok and on Instagram. 5 a.m. crude. I cannot do that. I was up, but I cannot do gym that early. I gotta have a couple meals before I work out. Look at that 15-minute candle right there. Talking about Bookmap, Carlo? It's just it's called level 2 data software. So that's what you would call it from a technical term, but the actual company's name is Bookmap. Yeah, the YouTube is in my bio here. I'll shoot you a link directly. So I'll put it in the chat here if TikTok will let me. And if you can't see that, it's youtube.com/@ChristianTradesLive. All one word. Which indicator is leading in your opinion? I mean, it looks like ES slightly. There's a slight S&T there. But I wouldn't lean on that too heavily for a trade idea here. I'd just be patient. I want to get out of this range. Personally, that's what I'm looking for. I would not want to trade in this range. We got more orders coming in up to 66.75 right now, and then up higher than that, up to 66.81, and then higher than that, 66.90. We also have orders to the downside. So really, this range right here. I mean, I'll show you on the book map so you guys are on the same page. This is not this. There's no clear direction even on the book map here. We're just in the consolidation range. It could go one way or the other here. Either way, it could go. So, what book map are you using? It's called book map. That's the name of this. That book map is the name of the company. It's a trademark. So. Seeing the book map and the vest. This guy. Appreciate that, man. I got everybody fooled, Saint. Got everybody fooled, man. Fake it till you make it. All in, it's about 100 a month. But like I was saying yesterday, I'm having an issue right now with my code. So if you are going to buy it today, and you like seriously are going to pull the trigger on it, DM me directly, and I'll help you get a little bit of a discount. I don't know if my code is working yet or not. It's supposed to be working, and they told me it's working, but I watched somebody try to use it yesterday or the day before, and it was having an issue. So I emailed them about it. They got back to me, and they needed some more information to identify the problem. So still waiting to hear. Any class today? Yeah, 12:30. I got finance. What's your trading method? I'd say market structure combined with order flow momentum. Do I listen to music while I trade? Yeah, I do. You want to hear it? Hopefully TikTok doesn't. I'm going to turn it on super quick and then off. If this will, I don't know if that's coming through or not. This is the kind of music I listen to. It keeps me calm. We won Asia lows. I just know it. Can see that. I think we're going to dump pretty heavily at some point. Nah, man, you gotta wait to play the vibe. You know, the other music until after the trading's over with. This keeps you calm, keeps you in the zone. I do love house music, Dre. Yeah, I do. If I listen to that while I'm trading, though, I'll make stupid decisions. You do this full time? I do. I mean, I'm in school also full time, but this is my full-time income here. This is my main income. Dean, you're wild. You better be careful, man. They own the platform now. So no Megan Thee Stallion? No. How old are you? 32. There's no red folder news today, Cato, which is all I really am interested in. We got big orders coming down to 66.35 now. This is about to dump to this London low here. Might come up to 66.50 first, but I think it dumps before that. First of the day posted. About to read it. Watch this dump here. Like I said, it might come up to 66.50 first, but we got hella orders coming down at 66.35. A lot of orders flashing here lower. Somebody said Tory Lanez shot Megan Thee Stallion, is in jail for a long time. I hadn't heard that. It's not good. Big orders coming down lower here. No, it's not showing the sessions. Get out of here with your bullshit, dude. It's not showing the levels. I marked those out. That's a different indicator. That's ICT's kill zone and pivots indicator. I'd mark those out before the session begins. Big order just got absorbed right there. 400 orders, or 350 orders. Another big order coming in down at 66.37, getting ready to get hit. Right there, boom. But grow in the grace. This is 2 Peter 3:18. But grow in the grace and knowledge of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. To him be glory both now and forever. Amen. Peter's always spitting some fire, man. Another big order at 66.30. Appreciate that, Tristan. Love that, man. 66.30 coming next. We got another order stacked up just above it, a short position. Somebody's trying to open. Boom, just got taken. 66.30 is on the way. $66.30 coming. This is getting ready to start dumping, I think. I really do think this is about to start really dumping here in just a minute. Something bring me here, but I don't know what it is. Can you tell me what I need to do, please? Thank you. What you need to do for what? Little retest here. What bookmap plan do you use? Or do I have? I'm guessing adding the CME. Yeah, you got it. So Matt, you have to have the data as well. So you have to have the subscription to bookmap and then the subscription to the data, to the bookmap data. I have Global Plus, and you need Global Plus for a reason. I need to get that answer for you. But when I was originally researching what I needed for bookmap, there was some limitations to having anything other than Global Plus, and it was something to do with data. So Global Plus is what I recommend. If you're doing this, dude, if you're at the point where you're trading with bookmap, you want to just do it right. If you're going to do it, get the Global Plus, and one trade you're gonna make enough money to buy a year's worth of a subscription. Be completely honest, that's how worth it. That's how much I believe in it. It's how much I know it works. It's not about just believing in it. I know it. I know it works. I'm gonna put this 4 hour on the back burner for right now. There's 66.30. I knew that was coming. A lot more room to the downside here. I could have taken this short. Definitely could have. Shorts are eating. When is Apex going to be back up? I have no idea. It's Cloudflare, man. So I was listening to the news this morning. I heard that while I was showering, that Cloudflare, I don't know if it was a cyber attack or if they're just having issues. I would imagine it's a cyber attack, but I'm going to think about getting in a short here because I need a retest. But orders are stacked up to the downside here, especially to 66.25. If we get a push up to 66.32.50, I might try to get in this. 66.25 is lit up. 400 orders there right now, getting ready to get taken. Give me a retest up at this level here. I'm going to open it. $66.32 would be the pullback I need. I need a pullback. Not going to get it. I just took those orders right there. Those are the big orders I wanted. I think, I would imagine you should be able to, right, Hassan? Has anybody said that they've had issues with Apex taking a trade today? That order at 66.25 is what I wanted to target there. And then since it just got swept, I'm going to wait now and see what this does. Let's see what we're tapping into here. We do have, let's wait for this 2 minute candle to close, or this 4 hour candle to close. We got 2 minutes left on it. And see what price wants to do at that point. I still think shorts are super valid here. There was that pullback to 33. We got orders stacked up to 66.45 now, so let's keep an eye on this. That 33 level might have been the entry. Out 1,500. Y'all have a great day. There you go, man. That's awesome. Stay blessed. Appreciate that. You too, man. Just hit that short for 1,400. There you go. Want a little bit more of a pullback here before I get involved in this short. I do think it just keeps dumping though. We might have just have to watch it if we don't get a good entry. I'm not gonna take a bad entry here. I'm gonna take a high probability trade. $66.35 would be interesting. I think it just keeps going though. Just pass another eval. There you go. Depends on the firm you're with, Bryson. Yeah, that pullback was the entry. A lot of people got in on that. Missed it. Come to 31 there. Missed that order just by a tick, dude. I don't think this pulls back here anymore. I think that's all the pullback we get for that level. Missed it just by a tick. It's getting ready to dump here. This is getting ready to dump hard right here. Might get a slight pullback here, but I'm pretty sure we're just going to dump down to 600. Putting stops in based on what I'm seeing on the book map here. Straight gambling. Yeah, good luck, Tom. If you saw what I'm looking at on the book map, you'd know I'm in this trade. Stay patient. Hope I didn't fuck myself right there. Might have fucked myself. Yep. Missed it. Should have gotten out. Was up 700 on each. It's still going to go down. Look at the book map here. One at that 600 level. Good news is I just saw that my daily profit target I have set on Trade for my Apex funded accounts is at 600. So the trade closed on those. So all my fundeds on Apex are up on for that. It was just evals that took a hit on that, and my TPT account. But here's my show you my where is it? So the evals took $1,000 hit. The fundeds are all up 600, 680, 668, I mean. So that's why I have that in place. So it'll close the trade as soon as I hit the profit target on those. Can't be mad about that. Should have cut the trade when it hit up 600 though for all the accounts. Yeah, all those fresh evals that I had just took a $1,000 hit. It's okay though. Yeah, on Trade you can go to risk management or risk settings and set your daily profit target. I have mine set for my Apex 50Ks at 600 because in order to take a 2K payout every day and not violate the 30% windfall rule, 600 is the most you really want to make per day, which allows you to take a payout every 8 days specifically, exactly. So at least we took a dub on that. This is going to the 600 level though, where this line was. It just decided it wanted to stop me out first. Yeah, it just said, hey man, you've had what, 21 consecutive, or out of the 27 green days I've had, or trading days total, I've only had 3 red days. So I don't know. I'm not mad about it. Guess you'll go finish a 12-hour shift. Eesh. I'm not jealous of a 12-hour shift, man. Appreciate that. What's your YouTube? Christian Trades Live. You too, Missy. Thank you. You have a great day. How powerful is book map? Pricing's heavy. I think it's if you're a serious trader, you need to have it. I appreciate that, Ghost. Appreciate you being here, man. What made me take shorts? Market structure. Mostly that book map, dude. It was bright red to the downside there, and I could have taken profit. I should have right here. I was up almost $700 times, a lot. 25 accounts. So should have been happy with that. Should have just taken TP'd right there. But I was like, dude, this is like 600 is still lit up. There's 423 orders sitting there right now. You put me on a TT trade. Respect for that. Nice, man. where do you have access for the Bookmap? You download the software. Go to their website. You can download their software, create an account, and go about it that way. No, I'm done. One and done. I'm done. That was a pretty hefty L on the evals. I'm not going to risk blowing those. And that actually was an L on my TPT fundeds as well. So I took an L, a $1,200 L times 5 on my TPT evals. I'm only up the 668 on my Apex fundeds times 10. So it's all good though. As soon as you were in profit, you moved your stop. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I don't know if you saw my cursor on the screen. My finger was on the close trade button when we were right here, and I should have done that. I had an instinctual feeling that it wasn't going to hit the 600 level, and then I told myself, nope, don't close early. And really what was in the back of my mind there was that trade yesterday, the second trade I took yesterday, where I closed at a specific level and it kept dumping. So I'll be completely honest, that was total greed right there. I should have been happy with the 600, up 600 for the day. So, but it's all good. You saw the mouse over the X? Yeah, I literally had like a little bit of pressure on it. I should have hit it. It's okay though. But when I take partials, I was in for, well, I guess I could have taken one contract off there. I was in for 2. So yeah, I guess I could have, but I was just focused on reading the book map, man. I was dialed in. You're in short, you're terrified. I mean, I think it's pretty clear to the downside here. I mean, there are some orders stacked up to 66.35, so it could retest up to that level. But I find it hard to imagine that we don't go to the 600 level and take up these orders. These are some pretty large orders down here, wanting to get scooped. You did not blink. Yeah. Here's some 66.10 is a key level. Yeah, 6,600 is a key of this would be the target for anything. See, if I hadn't gotten stopped, where did I get stopped out in this? Right here. Damn. Those are execution marks. So when you see me post on my story with those arrows, those are execution marks that the system puts in, showing you where I opened and closed the trade. No, Randall, I'm good, dude. I'm good. Just another day at the office, man. I'll probably get off here pretty soon. You're asking how long I'll stay on. Probably off pretty soon because that's the trade. That was the trade I was going to take. So I still think this level gets smashed right here in just a second, but it's going to play with it a little bit before it does it. You're going to look for the reversal? Yeah, not a bad idea. K1. Yeah, I mean, it's been dumping since what? Basically since open. 75 points on ES. Broke even 3 days in a row. No trading day for me. There you go. What are the chances we reach London highs? Man, we'd really need to turn back around. I mean, it's very possible, but I still think we're hitting these lows here. Those orders are still stacked up on the map. Yeah, I think I accidentally forgot to turn the latency down, or the latency on super or ultra or whatever, ultra fast, whatever it is. I'll make sure I do that tomorrow. Oh, dude, I've lost way more than that. 1,200 on a trade's not bad. Made 12,000 yesterday, so definitely not mad about it. My draw is this big ass, excuse my language, this big order here at 6,600 on the book map. Got orders all the way up to 66.35, so I wouldn't be surprised if we come up, try to grab some of that. Is that a 15-minute gap? Yeah. Come up to this 15, test into that, and then push back down unless we get more orders coming in at that point, creating more momentum. But for right now, 66.35 is the line in the sand for the movement to the upside. I'm up 13K on the month. How about you? Let's see. Well, TradeZilla is down. I'm up before today. I was up 63,000 on the month. Now take away 1,200 times 5. No, I'm not taking another trade, man. I'm calling it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call it right now. I got a worksheet here for Japanese I need to finish, so I'm gonna jump on that. How many monitors do you have? I have 3, but one of them's a 49-inch, so really it's like 4. So I have it split. The 49-inch I basically have TradingView on one side, and then I have TradeAvate on the other. Would you wait for it if you were taking anything today? I would wait to see how we react in this area. We got a couple more orders coming into the upside here. That could be, yeah, I would be patient here. Do I do live trades on live? Yeah, we just took one live. Big R, man. I gotta do it. I started out. I gotta finish the job, man. I got a year and a half left, so trust me, I'd rather go do something else right now or stay on here with you guys. But appreciate that, Zach. Have a good day, man. Yeah, I gotta head out. I'm gonna knock this stuff out, man. Hope you guys are all green today. Hope you made some money. If not, don't make it worse. So appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate all the follows. Appreciate the gifts. Appreciate all the engagement. So you guys are awesome. We'll be back here tomorrow, 9 a.m., same time. We'll keep it going. So God bless you guys. Take care. We took a dub on the Apex accounts because they closed on their own because of my settings that I have at my profit target. Took an L on the TPT funded and a L on the other evals that I had open. So kind of a mixed bag. But we'll be back tomorrow. You guys be good. Have a good day. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate that, Randall. We'll see you later.